And we're back. We're reading Almost Odis by me, Dusty Thompson. You like my shirt? We have a few more minutes so we can talk about it. Isn't it pretty? It's been compared to like a 1970 curtains and or a couch, but whatever. I think it's fabulous. And that is what really being fabulous is believing that you're fabulous. I think I look cute, therefore everyone, people think I look cute. They say, I couldn't pull off that shirt. I could pull it off only because I think I'm adorable. You don't have to agree, although I'm sure you do. You all love me, don't you? If you don't tell me, because that will hurt my feelings. If you're following along, we're on page 146. The blog date is Sunday, July 15th, 2012. World Peace has a new mascot. As you know, I have been buzzing around town in the redneck truck for about a month. It hasn't been too terrible, but I am simply not a truck person. There are specific things about the dads that aren't standard on most Ford Rangers, and they require a level of skill and patience I just don't possess. For example, the tailgate, lever, handle, thingy is missing, so you're forced to reach into the bed of the truck and pull one of the metal rods one way while twisting and pulling another metal rod in order to open the tailgate. If I were that mechanically inclined, I would be an engineer instead of a bureaucrat, I assure you. Well, maybe not, but at least I'll be able to give more information to the computer help desk at the hospital other than my computer is black and I'm in room 110B, building 5. I'm now in room 1136D, as in Dustin, on the 11th floor of building 126, just in case you want to come visit me. But I'm working from home, so don't come see me. And wear your mask if you come to the hospital. Still corona. I don't care what state you live in. Anywho, I always tell myself the sigh of pity that meets my description is noise on the line, which I understand is a legitimate computer term. You would think someone who had been tailgating on more than one occasion would be more familiar with the inner workings of the gates than which we had tailed, but I tailgated at Ole Miss, and those gates were not of the Ford Ranger variety, to be sure. I mean, some of them were from Mercedes station wagons. People were rich. I loved Ole Miss. Very bougie. Hotty-totty. I had let down this particular tailgate to remove his scooter so I could see out of the rearview mirror. When his machine is in the back, it looks like I'm being tailed by a floating lawnmower, like the skateboards they promised would be around in 2012 in the movie Back to the Future. There's also the issue of the side window. His addition, which is ironically called a king cab, is not royal by anyone's definition, as there are roll-down windows. I didn't even know they made those anymore. It's not like this truck is a 1921 model, it's a 2002. Who on earth besides the dad would buy a vehicle with roll-down windows? Okay, there are those people, but I am simply not one of them. I never realized how many times a day I need to roll down my window. I assumed it would be slim to none, since I do not frequent drive-through establishments, nor do I litter, flip someone the bird, smoke, or any other behavior that would require someone to lower their windows. However, attempting to use the drive-through car wash, valet parking at work, or freeing the random insects that somehow decided to ride shotgun. As I have the soul of a trust fund baby but the spending habits of Scrooge McDuck, I was torn on what sort of vehicle to purchase. I wanted it to be something stylish and attractive, but not so expensive as to induce nausea each month when the payment was due. I know that Dave Ramsey said you should buy a car with cash, but I could not stomach driving that truck any longer. I had completed quite a bit of online research comparing gas mileage, body style, level of awesomeness, etc. I wanted a Mercedes for the sole reason of saying I had one. It's the only reason to buy a car like that. If people were honest, they would admit the main reason you buy luxury goods is to show others that you can, and they can't. I have a Louis Vuitton wallet. It costs a ridiculous amount of money. It's not even leather. It's waxed cotton. I bought it because it made me feel fancy. Am I that guy? Apparently. I am that guy. Not anymore, though. Ben won't let me buy luxury things. They're nausea-inducing to him, and to me now, by proxy. The only reason I paid full retail is that Louis Vuitton has no outlet. I love nice things, but I do not like paying full retail. My Coach attaché was purchased on clearance at the Coach outlet people. All my Brooks Brothers clothes were either procured at the outlet mall or a thrift store. The only other items for which I must pay full price are shoes and Spanx. The shoes are specific and expensive because I have old man feet with a potent mix of neuropathy and arthritis. It's for real. And I also have hammer toes. My feet are not cute. Sexy, I know. I need Spanx undershirts to keep my post-weight loss pre-plastic surgery midsection in some semblance of a midsection, y'all. Plus, those people are doing the Lord's work. Can I get an amen? Amen. Oh, really? Thank you, baby. 98% of the people reading this right now have either purchased or are currently wearing or truly desire Spanx. If I was the only one, the inventor would be like something like the third wealthiest woman in America. Like, for real. I've got a lot of Spanx. I'm wearing one right now. Look what I look like with Spanx on. Imagine with the unspanks. It is not pretty. The clothes and accessories are minor purchases in comparison to buy something like a car. That is serious money, dear readers. Not to get all straight on you, but that's a lot of Benjamins just to feel fancy and be obnoxious. I can be that guy for much less money. Do you hear me? I was that guy in my Chrysler Concorde. Full disclosure, I was that guy in my 77 Plymouth Volare with the blinkers on the top of the hood. And the headlight dimmer on the floor. I've always been a little uppity per my family. I bought a 2013 Hyundai Sonata. It looks somewhat like an S-Class Mercedes if you squint and only use one eye. It is fat and full of cool things, and I got a great deal, and I am happy. So happy, in fact, when I returned home and the dad asked me to fry some chicken, I said yes. I have never fried chicken in my entire life. I have eaten more than my fair share, but I wasn't really paying attention to how it was prepared. Apparently, he had been wanting some chicken for quite some time, and was waiting for me to be in just the right frame of mind to agree. It seems that last Sunday, Nora Jones, a singer, was interviewed in Parade magazine. She talked about how her family used to cook fried chicken when they were growing up. I guess Ravi Shankar, her father, either married a woman from the South or his real name was Reggie and he cooked it himself because the recipe was remarkably like my mother's, according to the dad. So I bought buttermilk, flour, and oil on purpose and without too much shame. I always have a little. It's residual shame from when I lived in a motel in Texas when I was in high school. Man, I'm being all Oprah moment with y'all today. Anyway, I fried it up with some onion rings and turnip greens and cornbread and sauerkraut with smoked sausage. Apparently, I've become even more of an old Southern lady. Am I right? The best part about the fried chicken incident was it gave me some interesting insights into my family. I now know why my mother ate very little at supper. She was full from snacking while cooking. I personally taste tested about 4 or 5 onion rings and ate more goodies than I should. The goodies are the little crumbly pieces of the crust that fall off the chicken. The dad coined the term when I was very young. I had forgotten I even knew that word. I was also forced to apologize to him to being mad, as he always makes a mess when he fries something. I was all OCD in the kitchen today and still managed to get grease on a number of surfaces, including my suede saddle Oxford. I know who on earth fries food when they're wearing suede. Lastly, it puts the dad in the most festive mood, on par with someone who has won $20 in a lottery scratch-off. From within the haze of chicken grease, apparently I got the scald just right. He has volunteered to watch both Queen and Country, a BBC documentary about my favorite royal, QE2, and Drop Dead Diva, an over-the-top sitcom on Lifetime TV. Maybe they should serve fried chicken in the UN and solve all those pesky world issues in one fell swoop. Maybe they should serve it to everybody in America and all this partisan bickering. That's for real, because America is full of really obnoxious people who get on my nerves. I'm not one of them. I do believe that deserves an amen from somebody. One of you Baptists needs to put down that chicken leg and get to it. Say amen, amen, y'all. And we're done. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.